Hey everybody, my name is Chris Marty, and welcome to Marty Party Travel, where me and my family take you all over the world and get you a deal while doing it. So today we're talking about Kalahari in Round Rock, Texas. If you want to check out our other video, we did a really good overview video / a 2023 update, talking about the resort, what to expect there, and one of our favorite places to go as a family. So today's video, we're talking specifically about how to get a deal if you are trying to go here. One of the big things about our channel that mirrors the real estate company that we run is we always are wanting to get the best deals possible, right? We're wanting to give out the best discounts, save the most money, so that our dollar stretches further and that we can travel more often. So Kalahari is no exception. Even though it's in our backyard, there's some great opportunities to get away up there and save some money while doing it. So for those of you who've never been to the resort, just a quick overview. Kalahari is a master planned resort here in the Round Rock area. Round Rock is just north of Austin, Texas. It's a full-size hotel with very large standard hotel rooms, multiple signature restaurants, little shops, a full-size arcade, and the US's largest indoor water park. So Kalahari is amazing. You got to definitely check it out. And for more information on specifically what's at the resort, check out our other video where we cover all of that in depth. Kalahari has kind of like Southwest, if you've ever been there. When you go to the resort and you go for your bookings, the first thing that you want to do is just put in any dates, right? Put in any dates that you are kind of nearby, because what it's going to do is it's going to load very similar, like I mentioned, to Southwest, the flexible fare calendar, right? So once you put your dates in, it'll load the calendar and it'll actually show you, based on the amount of adults that you put in and children that you put in and kind of your room configuration, what the pricing is every single night for the rooms day by day. Immediately, you will notice that no matter what time of year you go, whether it's spring break, holidays, anything like that, going in the middle of the week is significantly less expensive than going on the weekends. Of course, unfortunately, like most of us that work Monday through Friday and have more time on the weekends, people that have flexibility during the week have the ability to get a break, right? So on pricing. So if you do have the option to not travel during major holidays and travel during the week, you will have significant savings. I went last weekend, 2 weekends ago now, which was about mid-February in Texas. It is warm. If you have that question, it's heated indoors. So even though it was cold outside, the park was great. But I went a couple weekends ago, and I think we were at a rate of about $3.99 a night for a Saturday night into Sunday, so about $400. If I'd gone this week during the week, which was the last week of February, you were looking about $199, so half of what I paid to go for the one night. So definitely check out the on the week visits on the flexible fare calendar on the website. The next thing you can do is sign up for the mailing list. So Kalahari, like most companies, has a mailing list, and theirs is pretty good. A couple times that over the years, they will send out promo codes that will give you some discounted rates. Those codes are controlled, meaning that there are only so many rooms available at the discounted rates for those codes. So if you take too long, or if you go to a website where somebody maybe has reposted the code and it's been too long since it's been sent out, even once you put the code in, it will still be valid, but you will not see that much of a difference on pricing because the room allotment for the promo codes has been used up. So make sure you're on the mailing list and make sure you're checking often and early. The next time of year, of course, is Black Friday. For the last 2 years that Kalahari has been opened, they opened in November of 2020. So in 21 and 22, they did a great Black Friday sale where they were giving some really discounted rooms through the Black Friday sale. So you definitely want to be following their social media, their Instagram, their Facebook at that time of year to make sure that you get the best deal at Kalahari all year round. Moving on, Kalahari offers what's called Kalahari Salutes. So if you're one of our first responders, thank you for your service every day in the hard line out there that you guys serve. We know how difficult it is, and so does Kalahari, right? They want to reward you all for your service, and this includes police, EMS, firefighting, and of course all of our active duty and retired military members. So the way that Kalahari Salutes works is you can actually book it on the website. You can either Google Kalahari Salutes, or if you click around on there, you'll see the section where it takes you to the military page. It'll automatically put in the promo code when you book from that link, and then it'll give you the updated pricing. The only requirement, of course, is that you have to show an active and valid ID for whatever line of service that you are in, and they will honor those discounts for you there on the website. One of the big things that is listed on there is that if you are a private company EMT, so if you're a first responder, in the ambulance, right, private company, you're not working for a public hospital, they do honor the discounts for you as well. You just have to call and book, so make sure that you call and book. So let's say you don't have time off during the week, but you do still want to, of course, get the most time and most bang for your buck at Kalahari. There is a strategy, which is the one that I typically use when I go, which is I call it the one night stay, 2-day play strategy. So if Kalahari is close enough for you to drive within a reasonable amount of time, this is a great opportunity for you to go in the weekend without breaking the bank. So the way that Kalahari works is you get access to the resort, the water park, starting at 10 a.m. on your day of check-in, and on your day of checkout, you have access all day until they close. So again, 1 night stay, 2-day play. You're able to, if you can drive in a reasonable amount of distance, drive to the resort, check in as early as possible, need that 10 a.m., head to the water park right away, even if your room is not ready, be there all day long. Then of course, you do your night stay, and then the next day you check out, load the car, put all your bags in the car, and then you have that whole second day as well to play. So truly 2 days of opportunity for only 1 night stay. This is really, really good, especially if you're local and you're traveling on a weekend. For me, like I said, paying that second night on Friday night, especially at a premium, is just never worth it for me. I'm not finishing my real estate stuff until 6, 7, 8 o'clock at night on Friday to drive up to the resort to pay all that money to just have a bed to sleep in basically, and maybe a meal. It's not worth it for me, because essentially that Saturday morning when I would wake up at the resort and be able to go to the water park when they open, I already am getting that with my Saturday night stay. So the 1 night stay, 2-day play option is a great way to save money, even if pricing's a little bit higher. So definitely check that one out. A couple other ways for locals to save money. So if you didn't know this and you are extremely local to Kalahari, my recommendation, of course, within an hour, right? Definitely if you want to drive further, that's completely up to you. But they sell monthly subscriptions. So if you don't want to stay at the resort and you're someone that has easy access to the resort and you take a lot of day trips or frequent day trips, they actually sell subscriptions to a lot of the services provided at the resort. So this is Tomfoolery. You can get a subscription specifically for the arcade. You can get a subscription specifically for the water park. They do bundle them both together, where you can get Tomfoolery and water park subscription bundled together. And they even sell a spa subscription where you can get access to their thermal suites and some of the good things that they've got going on down there. So if you don't want to stay at the resort, but you want to have access to America's largest indoor water park, monthly subscriptions may be a good option for you. Definitely check them out. They're listed on the website. A couple last opportunities here to save some money, specifically on the room portion. So the first thing is the Tomfoolery's packages for the room. Let's talk about that. When you're booking a room and you put your dates in, you'll see a couple different offers that kind of pop up once you select your dates and you go to the next step. These offers are things such as booking early, where you'll save 25% just off the top. But there's another package that's typically offered, which is called Fooling Around, Tomfoolery's Fooling Around package. And what that does is that includes wristbands for everybody in the room. If you have this offer and that offer is $50 or less over what the room is total for your whole stay, definitely less expensive to book that offer, especially if you have more people than 2 or 3 in the room. You're gonna save money going that way. If you're by yourself in a room, booking the package that way doesn't make sense. Just go down to the arcade and get a wristband by yourself. But if you're traveling with a family, 3, 4, all the way up to 6, which fits in a room, and that Fooling Around package is offered, definitely is a good bang for your buck. Now, on that, if you've never been specifically, let me mention the wristbands that this includes are good for the attractions in the arcade only. So the roller coaster, the spinning drop ride, the mini golf, the wall, the ropes course, and so much more that they have to offer. All of that's included with the Tomfoolery band that's offered in that package. If you're wanting to play any of the arcade games, you're gonna have to go and get credits on your card, which is separate from that, so definitely keep that in mind. Finally, for my planners and people that like to have events, we're here for you, which is the group savings offers at Kalahari. So I threw me and my daughter actually have the same birthday, so we threw kind of a joint birthday last May at Kalahari in Round Rock, Austin. We did a group event. And what was neat was we started booking it around January to February to give our guests time to save money to go. But they offered a great group rate on a Saturday night in May, which, as you know, is one of the premium weekends, at $299 a night for our entire block of rooms. And I believe the room minimum was 15. I want to tell you it was about 15 rooms that were needed to get that great $299 a night rate. So we were able to rally up all of our friends, get them out there. And similar to the stay 1 night, 2 days of play strategy we talked about earlier, that's exactly what we did. Everybody arrived on Saturday. We rented a cabana in the water park, which was amazing. One of the ones with the whirlpools. We all had a great time. Had the party, had a dinner on site. Everybody stayed that evening. Some of us went out for drinks in the evening. And then the next day we woke up and everybody kind of did their own thing. But a lot of people stayed for that whole second day at that $299 a night in May. So if you are a group traveler and you're thinking about a birthday, definitely, of course, way more expensive than your Chuck E. Cheese or things like that. But if you've got a bunch of friends that want to travel with you and pay their own way, this is a great way to save money at Kalahari. Now, you don't have to book a room to have a birthday there. I just want to put that cliff note in. If you are looking to do a birthday there, the water park and the arcade both have packages. You can check those out directly and call. Of course, they're for the day, and they'll give you the different pricing and the access to the water park or the arcade. So you don't have to do what we did, but all of us live a little bit far, so we wanted to do this overnight stay. So that wraps up our section about saving money on the rooms. We want to go into the next section, of course, which is where people spend real money on vacations, which is food and drink. If you are like me, once I arrive at any destination I'm going to, the last thing I want to think about is where I am eating or how I'm drinking. Just serve me and let's move on and have a great time. But of course, I do also on day 2 or 3 realize, hey, that was probably not a great strategy, and all of a sudden I start wanting to budget and get a best bang for my buck and again make my dollars go further. So that's when I get back into budget mode and trying to get the best deals possible, of course, to go with the theme of our channel and our videos. So Kalahari is no exception. It is very, very expensive for food and drink at this resort. And when I say very expensive, right, it's not anything outlandish that you wouldn't expect at a resort, but your signature meals there at your sit-down restaurant, you're looking about $28 to $30 an entree for an entree at one of their main restaurants. The quick service food, you're about a $15 price point for, you know, a chicken tender or a slice of pizza with sides and a drink. So that you expect like Disney / theme park pricing in general. Premier theme park pricing is what to expect at Kalahari. One of the good ways though that you can save money is Kalahari's location. So where they built the resort on this main highway between Highway 35 and the toll road 130 in Austin, there's a lot of residential neighborhoods that are in or nearby this location. So what that means is that there are actually a lot of different shopping and dining options available for you. Right down the street from the resort, you have a whole grocery store in H-E-B, just a 3 to 4 minute drive from the resort. So if you have driven your car to the resort, it's easy to go there, pick up snacks and other dry goods that you can store in the room. The rooms don't have big full-size fridges, of course, so you're not going to be able to be cooking whole home-cooked meals, but you can definitely save some money on snacks and things that your kids might want to eat in the room by going to H-E-B. Right outside the resort across the street, there's a couple of fast food restaurants, there's a couple different sit-down restaurants, and on both directions, that continues. So you've got a lot of different options available for restaurants and other options in the area on that same street that the resort is currently on, all within a 10-minute drive. This is a big way that you can save some money when you're staying at the resort. Lastly, if you haven't used these services, they are very prevalent here in this area, which of course is called your DoorDash and Uber Eats. These are apps that you can download and they will show restaurant menus from restaurants within a 15 to 20 minute drive of the resort. You can actually pay your DoorDash or Uber Eats driver, it costs a little bit more the further they are away, to go and order these items for you. You order them on your phone, the DoorDash driver will go pick them up, and then they'll actually bring them to the resort. You will need to meet them outside by the valet area. They cannot just valet their car and leave it there and come get you, so you will need to be waiting outside to meet these guys, but this is a way that I have seen people save money and take it to the room. Another thing as well is that Kalahari doesn't really have any indoor kind of community seating. There's a little bit when you're walking towards the water park and a little bit outside by the resort on the back, but there really isn't a place where if you do pick up a whole meal that you're gonna just be able to go sit somewhere in the lobby and just eat a fully DoorDash meal. Not a ton of seating locations, so just keep that in mind that whatever you're ordering, more than likely you'll probably need to eat it in your room, so just keep that in mind. But DoorDash and Uber Eats is a big way to save some money and be close. So let's say you don't want to drive or you didn't rent a car and you just want to stay on the resort. You can still save some money by choosing to eat this, not that, while you're on premise at the resort. So the resort has 2 different options of food that, in my mind, kind of following the Disney model. You've got your full service table service restaurants, your sit down, more expensive places to eat, and what I want to call your quick service or your counter service restaurants, where you wait in the line, place your order, food gets picked up, good to go, and of course that's less expensive. So let's talk about the quick service options that are at the resort, where they have really good portions and good pricing for what it is, all things considered. The first thing we want to talk about is right by Sortino's, the Italian restaurant. On the backside, sharing the same kitchen, they have a quick service pizza and gelato restaurant. So you're able to get a slice of pizza, get some gelato on, and this, again, these price points were about $10 to $15 range per pizza there. So it was a really, really good way to save some money, and it was very filling. So great option to stay on site and not have to pay those prices for sitting down to get those items right there. The next place, of course, is the water park itself. The water park food is actually very reasonable, all things considered. They'll sell you a large pizza for 30 to 40 bucks, and it's a huge, giant, like 28-inch pie, or 20-inch pie, I'm sorry. It's a big, big pizza, so definitely cut into 8 slices. It's a lot of food, and when you break that down, you know, you're paying $5 a slice, which, of course, yes, that is high, but not all things considered. So the Zulu Grill at the water park has some great options. They also serve your chicken tenders and your hot dogs. I eat there every day for lunch, and it's not too bad. Another way that you can save some money while you're in the water park is, especially if you're staying for multiple days, is buy the reusable cups day 1 for your sodas. Those cups give you free unlimited soda refills and icy refills for the duration of your stay, the entire time you're there. But it is important to make sure that you buy those cups early. I see sometimes that people wait until day 2 or 3 to get them because they realize how much money they were spent on getting a new soda. But by that time, you've already stayed and ordered so much money that you kind of are in a kind of that sunken cost fallacy, right? Where you're already spending so much money and maybe you're not getting the most bang for your buck. So definitely, if you're going to have a multi-day stay, get those reusable souvenir cups day 1. The rooms have a sink in the room that's separate from the bathroom. It's actually in the room itself is where the sink is. So it's really easy to get some soap in there, or definitely bring a little dish soap from home if you really want to get it extra clean and get those things rinsed out every night while you're staying there and let them dry on the counter. So definitely pick those up. That's a great way to save money. Lastly, if you want a really, really good meal that's high quality food, it's kind of in between what I would consider signature service slash the quick service, kind of like a middle ground. The buffet has some great offerings there, and we specifically go to the breakfast buffet. What's interesting about the breakfast buffet is that it has great pricing, under $30 each for adults. Kids, I want to tell you, were under 20, and it has great high quality options. They have a carving station that has brisket. They have a all you can eat create your own omelet section. They've got pancakes, they've got cereal, they've got every type of breakfast food that you can imagine. And again, high quality stuff there at a great price point. So if you want something that's kind of, again, in between that high-end meal, but a little bit step up from the table service or the quick service restaurants that we've been talking about on where you can save money, the breakfast buffet is a great option for you. It's located on the first floor, just under the lobby. You can't miss it. They do serve lunch and dinner as well. I found those dinners and meals to be a little bit more in line with the pricing of the sit-down restaurants, so you can expect to pay closer to what you would pay to eat at Sortino's or the Mexican restaurant. So definitely check out the breakfast buffet as an option to save some cash while you're at Kalahari. Finally, Foolerys. Let's talk about the arcade, which is one of the most expensive things at Kalahari, and how we can save you money there as well and make your dollar go further. We talked about it a little bit earlier in the video about booking your room with the Foolery band. So if you skipped over that, again, we just mentioned that they offer some room packages that include the bands, which are good for the attractions and the rides. So definitely check that out earlier in the video. Now, if you didn't do that, when you arrive to the arcade, they sell different packages. We'll go ahead and post a clip here of the packages at this current time of offering of what they're being offered. And they have different ones that offer different things. So they offer 2 big packages on where you can save some money. The one I was just there, I purchased a $199 package, which included 1,000 credits and 1,000 bonus tickets. This was a great deal because 1,000 credits by themselves were pretty much this price, but we were able to get the 1,000 bonus tickets as well and be on the way for my daughter towards a prize, which was great. So that's what we've got for this video, guys. Again, Kalahari is a great place, and you can definitely do it on a budget, especially if you're traveling in the week. It is very reasonable for a family of 4 to stay 2 to 3 nights at Kalahari, all food included during the week, and be at under $1,000, which would give you 4 days of play between that check-in and check-out day, which is a great value in my opinion for a trip considering food as well. So why it's one of our frequent spots we love to go and save some money while we're doing it. As always, guys, my name is Chris Marty with Marty Party Travel. We'll take you around the world and save you thousands of dollars while doing it.